My name is Mehmet. I was born in Kurdistan, which is the Turkish occupation in Kurdistan. There is right now, actually, I will say shame of the world. Not this barbaric Turks. Shame of the world. Everybody, nobody wants to see anything. See right now, the Turkish president, there is no any media, he just control whole things. In the Kurdish area, totally on the fire. They bombing with the heavy duty weapons, with the F-16, with a tank. And so, see the world keep watching. Nobody say anything. There's terrorists, head of the ISIS, terrorist Erdogan. The people, they have to realize we just like to live as like somebody else, as a Kurdish people, just like everybody else, live in this world as a peacefully as like somebody else. But those barbaric, they cannot handle our name. When your name is passed as a Kurdish people, they right away, they tell you, no, this guy's a terrorist. But shame of the world, I will say, this is one of the disgusting as a millennium. The people has to wake up. It's not like a century years before. People doesn't know anything about any news, about any information. Right now there is a millennium. The world have to watch. The 48 million Kurdish people without the country is being divided in 4 pieces. And especially the most dangerous is the barbaric Turks, and one of the worst, the terrorism at the planet.
So what are they doing in Diyarbakir and other places? What are they doing there?
Well, they kill the Kurdish people, the children, the burnings. They bring import people from Hindustan, from Pakistan. Those guys they're dying for the hungry dollars to just killing people with a pleasure. They came, raped the Kurdish children, 5-year-old children. And they kill the innocent, the babies. They pay for those Indian, Pakistani, those criminal ISIS on the religion. They rape 5-year-old baby, 5-year-old children, and under the God name. This is a shame. This is disgusting. It's the worst thing that happened to human being in this planet.
And are they connected with ISIS, the government?
Of course, the government, the head of the ISIS, the Turkish president, head of the ISIS. The world has to know that. That's no doubt.
And what do you want people to do in the United States to stop this or to support?
Well, the United States, first of all, they have a lot of interest. That's why everybody knows. If there's no this interest, they know more than me and everybody else. They know what's going on in that country. If you look back on the history, they are completely bloody people, as a bloody and a criminal, disgusting thing they do right now. Never change. It's been thousand years.
This mother of 5 was left on the street dead for 5 days when her family could not even go there to pick up the body. And when people tried to approach the dead with white flags, they are still being shot by the Turkish military and the Turkish police. And every night the Turkish police goes around writing graffiti on the walls, racist graffiti saying, if you are a Turk, you have to give orders. If you are not a Turk, you have to obey. This is the official Turkish police writing graffiti on the walls. And every day the police vehicles are driving in the neighborhoods with loudspeakers telling the Kurds that they are the bastards of Armenians and they will face the same fate that the Armenians faced in the 1915 genocide. People in the United States should understand the role that the United States is playing in the region. None of this would have happened if United States did not want it to happen. United States and Turkey and Saudi Arabia and Israel together, they formed the terrorist organization ISIS, which is a jihadist terrorist organization. The number one issue for United States was to bring down the Syria's president Bashar Assad, and that's the only thing that United States is concerned about. So they fed, they armed, they trained, and they funded the ISIS, and that is why today we have a terrorist problem there. And ISIS is being supported by Turkey government officially. United States is officially supporting it, although they keep on talking about fighting ISIS, and they're trying to bring in Saudi Arabia and Turkey into the war. But Saudi Arabia was the one behind, Turkey was the one behind setting up ISIS. So it's a joke if Turkey is going to be there or Saudi Arabia is going to be there to fight ISIS. What they will be doing is trying to prevent any more damage to ISIS from Russian forces and the fighting Assad and Kurdish forces. Kurds are the only ones there that are fighting, giving a real fight against ISIS, and they are gaining ground. They have gained ground in northern Syria along the Turkish border. They have gained back the towns that were taken from ISIS, and Turkish forces have retaliated, and they have also attacked the Kurdish forces. So that's what's going on. But behind this all is the United States. Let's not forget that Turkey is a NATO member. Turkey is being funded. All Turkish arms are being funded by the United States.
Yeah,
If United States today says no to Turkey, Turkey will not be able to fly a single fighter jet.